As Coach said, I coached up until 2004, and before we get into a couple of things, which I'm going to keep short, I just want to give you a brief review of the history of the program. It's important. Like, it may not be important to you now, but it's important down the road. When you get older, you're going to be part of a very successful program, and you'll want to know some other people that were involved in this program and contributed to its success. All right, the program basically started in 1978 as a club program until 1983. We had a fellow, Dr. Frank Ross, who was basically started, we call him the founder of the program, and he's still involved today. In 1983, it became a Division III program. It was under the tutelage of John Ziegler, and then later a friend of mine, Bruce Casagrande. And then in 1987-88, they decided to go Division I, and I became in as a Division I coach. All right, now, the historical part of that is that you need to know is that when we decided to go, when Stony Brook decided to go Division I, it was the plan of Senator Ken Laval, who the stadium is named after. Okay, if you ever get a chance to meet Senator Laval, he's a great guy. He's a down-to-earth guy. He grew up in Uniondale, which was my hometown, owned by Hofstra University. And when they were trying to develop an athletic program to bring Stony Brook into the forefront, they picked lacrosse and as the first sport to go Division I. The reason that happened is Ken Laval grew up in Uniondale. During those days in the 1960s, Uniondale was a very successful lacrosse hotbed. They had a player named Jim Lewis, who even today is considered the greatest player in lacrosse history, although some people will say Jim Brown is the greatest athlete to have ever played lacrosse. Jimmy Lewis from Uniondale High School was the three-time captain at the Naval Academy, MVP, All-American. He was everything. And he is actually friends with Senator Laval. So Senator Laval has, lacrosse is in his heart. So you really should take an opportunity to thank him and introduce yourself to him if you get an opportunity. All right, his brother, Ron Laval, later on actually helped us coach, and he has since passed away, but he loved Stony Brook lacrosse. He loved working in our program, and because of his love for the program, Senator Laval loves it even more. So don't forget your responsibilities as a lacrosse player here. You guys are the original guys that got us moving into Division I. So we went Division I, and originally, in the 1980s, they were going to fully fund the program right away because the provost of the school, Jerry Schubel, was a Johns Hopkins grad. And he's like, hey, lacrosse is the thing, let's go. Well, it turns out the NCAA changed their rules and said you can't go Division I in one sport. You can go Division I, but you can't give scholarships. So now we were blessed with the opportunity to go Division I with no scholarships. But you know, like they say at the University of Minnesota, put the oars in the water and keep rowing. Have you guys heard that one? The guy's on PJ Fleck, he's a famous coach now, motivator. That's kind of what we did. We put the oars in the water and we just went. And it was about in the year 2000 that we started to get money. So we were Division I for about 10 to 12 years with no scholarship money. Okay? So the point of that historical reference that I just gave you is remember how important Coach Senator Laval is and what a good guy is and how important he is to the success of this program. Again, one of the most successful teams, what do they talk about? They talk about great people. And believe it or not, you're going to laugh at this, but when I went to Cortland, they didn't have Division I, II, and III. So yeah, we played, and we lost to Virginia in the semifinals back in the old days. Well, somebody put together a reunion team at Lake Placid this past summer. Everybody there, 16 over division we played in. You want to see some hilarious lacrosse, you had to watch this tournament. But when we went up there was 36 guys from the 72 to the 76 and 77 team that showed up. I mean, we had guys there with knee replacements. We had guys with hip problems. We had one guy, he said he had a heart defibrillator and he wanted to get on the field. I said, get on the field, get a quick picture, get the hell off. You know, so we had guys there, but we were sitting there talking about it, and it was like, why are we, like, everybody likes each other in this group. Well, part of it is because we won a lot, but it was also because of what he said. We had good people. We were talking about it, and we didn't have any real jerks on the team. No real, I can't say it, you know what I mean? We didn't have any real bad guys on the team. We had guys with different opinions. We had guys that fought with each other. Jerry Walsh and Paul Warren knocked the hell out of each other in practice every day, but they respected each other. And some of the guys I hadn't seen in 45 years. You can't even imagine 45 years. But some of those guys I hadn't seen in 45 years, and it was like it was yesterday. Put your arm around them, hug them. It was good. We went through all the bullcrap that you're going through. We went through the extremely hard running. We went through the weight. We didn't go weightlift as much as you guys do today. But you guys are going through extremely difficult weightlifting. You're going through success. You're going through failure. You're going through bitching. You're going through moaning. You're going through personal problems. You're going through this and that. But if you all hang together, you're going to be very, very successful. And if you're a real good group of teammates and you respect each other, you're going to remember each other for the rest of your lives. And it'll be an extremely positive experience. The other thing about this that's important is that they talked about a legacy, okay, the All Blacks. When the guys founded this, they were, I call them the founders. They went out, they didn't know what the heck was going to happen. They went out, they founded this club team. Then there was a Division III team. And a Division III, up until around, I guess until we won the first America East Championship in the NCAA tournament in 2002, we'd call those guys the builders. We were building a program. And now you got to the point where you guys are super well respected in the lacrosse community. Nobody wants to play you guys. And if they do play you, they know they're in for a battle. They know they're in for a dogfight. It's not like the old days. When we used to play the really good teams, we were really reaching. So it's kind of like a W for them. Now what you are in, and what I call is a legacy part of the program. You got to start building on the championships. You got to start building on the America East Championships, the NCAA tournament, all that kind of stuff. And it's high expectations, but you have the coaching staff to do it. You have the support of the administration to do it. You have the people to do it. You have the talent. All right, so it's high expectations, and that comes with a lot of responsibility. The one thing that I've taken from the basketball coach, Mike Krzyzewski at Duke, okay, he always talks about, and the freshmen, and didn't see, the other guys have seen this before, he always talks about 5 people playing, if they play together, or rather, if they play as individuals, this is what you get. If they all play together, you get this. All right? In lacrosse, it's the same thing. You have 10 people. If they're playing separately, you get this. All right? If they're playing together, you get this. All right? So if we get everybody on the same page, you're going to be able to deliver some serious blows to your opponents. But the other point that he made was a thing he called collective responsibility. And I thought it was awesome. I was out on the field a couple of years ago, and I'm going, you know what? Collective responsibility is really important. It goes from the responsibility of the administrators to make sure your field is prepared, to make sure you're funded correctly. It goes to the coaches, all the coaches, to make sure your game plan is secure, that you're on the right page. It goes to each player. It goes to the defense. Let's look at collective responsibility for the defense. A defenseman, playing the guy in the back right of the one area, whatever you want to call it. And all of a sudden, the defenseman decides, because he learned in camp from some MLL guy, that I'm going to try this check and take the ball away. And boom, he checks behind the back when the guy's on the goal line extended, the guy comes in and scores. Collective responsibility. First of all, there should have been somebody there to help that guy out when he made a mistake. Before that even happened, there should be people that are taking leadership roles. The goalie, the other defenseman. That's not what you do in that situation. Make them learn. Take them under your belt, make them learn. But then when there's a mistake, you got to cover it up. That first guy's got to be ready to go. The second slide's got to be ready to go. The backside middy's got to be ready to sink in and know that they're going to throw the ball over the top. He's got to be ready to recover. Collective responsibility. Everybody's, if you're all in, you're all in. But I want to end it with saying, like, we are very proud of Stony Brook Lacrosse. We're really proud of what the work ethic that you put in. We're proud of the coaching staff, and we're proud of this institution. It is a young university with a national reputation. And you're part of building that to a national athletic and academic reputation. And it's your responsibility to build this legacy. So, one other thing Coach said on there, Bill Parcells, he said, what an exhilarating feeling it is to hoist the trophy. I got that feeling at Albany, which was even better. I'd like to see you guys hoist the trophy this year. All right, let's go, baby.